everyone, my name is Talita Humaira. In this presentation, we will explore the religious development of children through psychological and educational perspective. We'll discuss the definitions, developmental stage, influential theories, and internal and external factors affecting religious growth in children. This is based on current empirical findings and established developmental theories. Okay, slide 1. Definition of religion. What is religion? A set of beliefs and practice concerning the divine, a psychological and spiritual guide shaping moral behavior in children experienced in a more symbolic, emotional, and concrete way. So guys, religion is more than doctrine. Religion is a way of life. It helps people understand what is right and what is wrong and why we are here in this world. For children, religion is not taught with difficult ideas or theories. Instead, they learn through simple things like stories, songs, and special activities that help them feel emotions like love, kindness, or respect. Children also learn better from pictures and symbols because their thinking is still growing. And then, a core part of developmental psychology begins early and evolves with cognitive maturity, crucial for identity, morality, and spiritual growth. From a psychological perspective, religious development is intertwined with a child's emotional and moral growth. It shapes their values and how they interpret the world. Early religious experience lay the foundation for later beliefs and ethical reasoning. Next slide. Theories of religious development. 1. Theory of dependence by G. Stanley Hall and Thomas. Religion arises from a child's sense of dependence on a higher power. Children seek protection, new experience, response, and recognition. 2. Theory of religious instinct by Wordsworth and G.W. Albert. G.W. Albert. Religion is an inborn instinct that drives children toward religious thought and action. Clark notes that conscience begins forming between age 3 and 6. 3. Theory of fitrah. From the Islamic perspective, every child is born with a pure fitrah to believe in God. Parental and environmental influence determines its development. So, these theories help explain why children tend to accept religious belief naturally. Next stage. Next slide. Stages of religious development. So, in this slide, 1. Ernst Hamm's models. 1. Fairy tale stage. Fight is imaginative, emotional, and symbolic. Children understand God through fantasy and stories. 2. Realistic stage. Fight becomes more concrete and logical. Children begin to grasp religious concepts with reason. 3. Fight is more personal and reflective. Adolescents develop their own understanding of God and religion. And Imam Bawani's model. 1. Fetal stage. Parental prayers and spirituality influence the unborn child. 2. Infant stage. Emotional connections from through rituals like Adahan. Call to prayer. 3. Childhood stage. Children imitate religious practice observed from family. And 4. School age stage. Children begin active learning, understanding, and reflectioning. So guys, Ernst Hamm's model focus on children cognitive and emotional development in religion, moving from imagining to personal understanding. And Imam Bawani's model emphasize spiritual growth from the fetal stage to school age, shaped by family and environment. Both models show that religious development is gradual and age-related, influenced by both the mind and surroundings. Okay, and next slide. Internal factors affecting development. 1. Fitrah, a natural tendency to recognize and believe in God. 2. heredity, religious traits and tendencies passed down genetically from parents. And 3. Personality, self-identity, emotional sensitivity, and unique psychological characteristics. Uh, Religious development begins inside the child. In Islam, every child is born with fitrah, which means a natural feelings to believe in God. A child's family traits, genetics, and personality also help shape this. For example, introvert children may develop religious feelings differently from extroverts one. Okay, next slide. External factor. One is family environment, school environment, community and peers. For family environment, first and most crucial environment, role modeling, democratic parenting, and emotional support. And then parents must nurture, guide, and educate in faith. 2. School environment. Formal education, continuous religious learning, religious teach serve as moral models, and school reinforce values not fully addressed at home. And last, community and peers. Children are shaped by peers and social surroundings. Positive community equals positive influence. Absence of guidance equals risk of negative peer influence. And last but not least, conclusion. Religious development in children is a dynamic and gradual process that unfolds over time as they grow cognitively, emotionally, and socially. It is influenced by a combination of internal and external factors. Internally, children are born with fitrah, an innate inclination toward faith, and are shaped by hereditary and personality traits passed down from their parents. Externally, their religious understanding is molded through interaction within their family. Educational institutions like schools and the broader social environment, each of these is influence contributes uniquely to how a child internalizes and practice religious values. Therefore, it is essential for both educators and parents to provide appropriate guidance that aligns with the child developmental stage. By understanding and responding to their evolving needs, adults can nurture a strong spiritual foundation and help children form a meaningful, lifelong relationship with their faith. Thank you.